Hello everybody, this is Dread Panther and I'm back with another episode of this section. As being said, guys, do not forget your like, your support, your follow, your subscription and everything. As you guys know, I'm Dread Panther. I'm here with another evaluation of Final Fantasy 14 online, and you guys know, I know it's boring, but let's go for it, because this time I'm gonna make full all and we're gonna stick to one character. Let's handle this one like a champion, because this game, until the new updates come, at least I am gonna buy some times, because the updates comes to our gameplay done. Boring. Anyway, so as being said, let's go. Now we are coming here to do the, I think it's the Arcanist, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not the Conjurer, yeah. So let's go. Well met, adventurer. You can slightly feign home to the Conjurer Guild. We Conjurer harness the power of the earth, wind, water that abound in nature of the terra by waves, spell and healing of our protection. Every do we seek noble souls to initiate into our mysteries. Might you be such a soul, come to join the guild. Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what is to be a conjurer. Conjuring is the art of the healing and the purification. It is the perception enhanced to the power of the nature, which they might bring about change in the form of spell. Primitive magic, such that once was individuals known as the mage, which meaning those with ability to manipulate ether, has existed since the dawn of the time. It was not until some 5 centuries ago that the conjurer emerged with his shapeless agglomeration of the spell and charms, even with the lead to the founding of Gridania. Those the dark days, elemental would not suffer man presses in the 12th wood, forcing the forebear to make their home beneath the earth, is the great substance city of Gelmora. But their desire Sarah the 12th would continue fiercely, time again to the say curry the elemental of the favor. Unlike man and other creature born to the temple of the first elemental are being a pure ether. Recognizing this, the mage reason their talent of the ether of the manipulation might allow them to commune with these therefore entities. It took 5 long decades for our forbidden finally success. The reward the elemental promising to all in the 12 woods, so it was the nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elemental that taught us laws as the nature speaking, the old Gridanians taught the hearer, those mages who are able to communicate with them. And the immunity of the element on the hero would go the attend greater misery of the force of the nature. Those did they receive the art of the conjurer, and the most attentive listener and the brief history of the conjurer. Now if you have the mind of the walk our paths or the whole herd, we commend you to join our guild. It would be my pleasure to explain the initial process to you. Pray speak with me again when you're ready. In your mind up, are you ready to join the Conjuring Guild? This is well. I shall introduce you to a guildmaster, Brother Isumiyan. Brother Isumiyan presides over the Conjuring Guild even as he serves the nation of Herver. You will find him the meditation area. Within go him, make known your desire to join the guild. Greeting adventurer, I told you wish to become a conjurer. Still Glide fan. I am Brother Isumiyan, master of this guild. Before you are formally accepted into our rank, I would impart to you the principle of conjuring. Pay attention to me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life to the living and its domain. Its primary purpose is the salving of a herd and the granting of the protection. Adventurers such as yourself ought to stand upon the fourth line battle. Owing to this, you are find yourself in many situations where a capacity for the healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is more conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of the earth, mind, water, conjurers also are capable to weaving spell, which that wreak havoc. In terms of share of destructive power, conjurer pale the compression of the territory, but its capacity to defend one against aggressive more than compensate for this relative shortcoming. In mastering and healing of the purification, not only you be able to mend wound but pure revelation, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply a healer, not through a dealer of the destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their power in support of others. This is, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was too much gas on you upon a single hearing, but worry not, for the meaning of my word you will become clear to you in due time. Or you will come to understand the culture in another sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, I must need ask that you slowly revive to embrace nature, to hear we element and the 12 woods alike. Can you make this vow? I know your answer our eye lips had patterned. Yup, I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby the name of a member of the Conjure Guild. If you would be so kind, lend me your hunting log. I shall add you the name of such a creature as you pose a suitable challenge to a conjurer. Into a mark of this assuration, I present to you this cane. That is, may you be old and weathered. It will serve you well as you take your first step upon the path of the conjurer. Take up your cane, pink, and present yourself to me once more. Just on your first axe. Okay. Oh shit. Now we have to go up. Because she goes after the tanks. Alright. Let's go. You have the lancer here. Then you have the botanist, and you have this. So now here, so you have the carpenter. So I take the archer, and now I need to go to the carpenter. Okay. Let's go grab the carpenter now. After that, I think I'm good here. I'm gonna have all the crafters. It's just that the next will be downstairs. I know is level 60. The blue mage is like the most creepy ones. Ooh. Okay. Why? Great adventure, welcome to the Carpenter Guild. We are the artisan who takes a worn and great a new form of the purpose as the archer, bow, lancer, spear, and the novice shield. In the capacity of all the apprentice, you should consider joining our guild. You might be interested in learning the ways of the woodworking. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, before we process, I think the only right is that I acquaint you with our guild and the stories past. Since the founding of the Gardenia, we have to build our home, crafted our weapon from a trees on the 12's wood. Our nation grew proper, and the woodworker reminds of the expanded and encompassed greater variety article of our company developed into an art. At first, was an association of the carpenter. Each individual work sold his services independently. However, in advance, water mills meant that more efficient construction method we needed, along with a formalized maintenance regime, all of our necessary organization. The Carpenter Guild was founded in oversee operation on water mills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. I must mention at this point, we own much more our prosperity and genuine growing. Thanks to the hardworking botanists, we are blessed for the finest lumber in all Erosia. The confluence of the circumstances allows us to provide all manner of good service to people of Gridonia. My apology, that was rather longer than I intended. Still, I trust you have gained a greater understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep and to collect wisdom of the guild, and we assume over the course of history to active stick and understanding of wood technique required to work, rather than stumble waiting to be taught. We expect in short nothing less than total commitment to the craft. If you wish to start enterprise, speak to me once more. I shall explain to you the enrollment process. Would you like to learn more? Wonderful. I should mention at this point that the Timber Master bit and accessory all would be appreciated, apparently personally, so you will need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timber Master beating can be harsh and are forgiving man, But if you love the craft and the will to learn, you could ask no better tutor. He is quite simply the finest competent guardian. Of course, it takes you some time, no small amount of effort, to comprehend the full extent of his teaching, but you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you to choose your word carefully, and you resist to the urge of running away. Another green adventure. Come to play with solves. Well then, I suggest you first speak to... Okay, may George have you. This will, but now what the decision he made into the guild rests with me. Tell me, true adventurer, have you mind devoted yourself to the art of carpentry? The look on your face is predetermined, may have trapped in wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold a saw and a resolve indeed. Genuine, I give you to live remain for the time being. Have you are unless me to current state? You are as a sendling some potential perhaps, but no more like the thrive than perish. Experience is what you require, girl, and I shall give you mean to acquire it. Texas saw is old, yes, but sharp as needed to be. Now prove to me you are not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. Once you have done so, present yourself to me for inspection. Carpenter is the first of the crafter. So now we have to speak with him again. A message for Jaladin, you say? Haha, is another one. That means I understand that wood doesn't simply grow on. Actually, it does, at least a manner of speaking, but the fact remains that that resource are in short supply. For the flower word of the full word truly expanded very begin. The wood thing that he found on hold to them to more than a fortnight or two. Jaladin's skills are not to be doubted. His tempering leaves much of the desire still. It's not my place to judge, but take this to him and let us both hope he will right his way. So now I have nothing left. In here. Then teleporting myself to Limza. Oof, that's taking too much time. So I already got the Arcanist. Which Arcanist will be two things different. Simple. I need to buy a bait before I forget. That's a fishing bait. It's a fishing bait that you almost gonna use it for every fish that you caught, but the location are different. Palimza is always busy, and the reason is simple. It's because it's one of the most thing line that I ever have. This is beautiful actually, the firework. Wow. Do you guys see those fireworks? Those are actually beautiful. Wow. This is actually beautiful. Like I can put the entire video on watching this, but I can skip 5 minutes. Because right now we have other guilds to do. Anyway. There is a reason I'm going to the fish shop because I forgot to get the rogue when I was here. So now, as you guys can see here, we're gonna grab the rogue. That's really important because we forgot to grab the rogue because they are a heathen pirate, whatever they think they are. Those naughty behind those covers, those are only type like you, messieurs, with the Delpho sister and the Elvises. What was that? Oh, the sister, all pro-settle, like now, bugger it off. Hang about your ass, God goes by the name of a pink. I know you would like a fish residing talent from her. I heard the shoulder above the rest. If you can handle half of that as well, they said you might well be used to us. I forget the sister and the old seas block it. I just beat off the cousin Coles. I mean, Curious Coles. You are guild of rogue, less damage charity, da da da. Mark as those to the praying. The mind work shadow in Limsa, taking the edge of the rocks. Eventually we earn and sells million. We don't tout the member, but every now and again we might offer promising Yanko place in the rank. No, you cannot talk. 20 minutes. Give 20 minutes. Initially joining us in the prayer yard as well, people hit each other, wants to jar like gods intent. So, what do you say? Fancy learning a new trade? I always say yes to that. Good say yeah, but I should probably warn you that few points before you dive in. Warless Guild takes a pride to the timing of their member into the blessed bloody child and markers that they could be. We only care about getting the job done. I read the Johnny Pretty. You become one of us and will soon neck deep in the scum of the night fight. So you're looking at the scum across the rooftop and they turn up a blonde your base take up a different crew. Think on that. Come back in years, still me. I didn't scare you off then. They told me now so less than is proved. You scaring me? Hell no. Our God wants the middle soon enough. Now step inside to have the prelude with Jack. He's our upright man, the master of this guild. Now you may enter to the Rogue Guild. Yeah. Let me talk to him. Okay, Mr. Jack. I will speak with Mr. Jack. So, I'm the one they call Jack. I'm surprised where we heard me perhaps be good enough to tell me your name, along with all the one kindly couple the y'all to mine. I don't want to say, I'm Pink Panther. The famous Pink. The lonely left patch you left in, and what did he? He can throw a blade for the shot at the one I don't miss. Not even when it comes to the squeezing of the dumpling. More some telling. Just one thing. You're a pirate, aren't you? I ain't pirate. Is this the time that we shall start the rock? Pull your best trees and cases. I'll swear, yeah, myself. When you're ready, rumble. If you could tell West the story of the history of our guild, but just find the most important thing. The only thing we care is about getting job done. The most folks are assuming y'all among the knowing of the no longer after the means of founding. The city was overrun by the moldy collection of the pirate and thieves. As wild as the law will soon become the clear that they all end up killing each other, if they didn't law down by few rules unspoken could conduct me as it were. Once more, you don't buy the pursuit of the year fellow Leminsian that the two you didn't rock crew of their spoil of the tree. Yeah, you don't trade callings like there was shuttle, and I'll admit to the finest point that their code are mine murky. By the most agree of those three at least. Okay. You may thinking none of those among sacks oblivion now Admiral outlaws privacy, but in the back of the alley, Blackmaker where Melbourne engaged so tight, caught still alive as well. Ooh, it's just not enforced by the yellow jackets. The code regularity is us rogues. We go where shadow and the darkness under your hand injustice breaks the code. Some sock of the steel goods. Hey! Stop!
Stop. Ow.
After exercise to break the code, some the sock jacket cuff steal goods. And the wrong call as we steal them back. Those the job my natives last. Look how we play with the knife, this guy.
What?
Of course we don't hold twins when the Blackwood called for neither. You're at the Seymour Chickering, they're just taking calls with the pointy. But when the position fade away, struck in the document, whatever it takes to get the work done. Wolping, what do you say? Gotta get a rock job. Alright then, first off, you will have to get all your kit sorted. Rogue needed the light of the dew beater, stay to the marked trail. Your job might have the fighting across the deck weaving mob, and the last thing you want is bleeding great brittle axe with a hook itself on every rope. That's why we stick together, as the legs slip the strays just as easily as the slip and the rock rips. And those take stubbers. Let's see how it looks, Leah. Just don't get so excited, you're a new toy. Forget to dress up the road, you'll be surprised how many colts come back to me for their body small coat. Again naked. I'm just joking. So the rug is right under the lancer. Let me adjust that. So, Pugilist, Lancer, Rogue. Now we need Samurai, Reaper, and Viper. Those are later. I know Sage is 70. Machinist, I think, is 50. Then you have 60. What about Red Mage? Red Mage also is 60. Blue Mage. Let's exit the guild. Do you have the murder?
Hey, c'est quoi toi? Il est dans la machine, va le chercher.
I do have the murder. I do have the gun. Okay, so for now we are doing this. So now let me run to the poor barber and finish it. I know. I forgot where he was. But look at that beautiful fireworks, like, wow.
That, Mommy, the clothes look nice.
So that's a corruption into our friend. I beg of you, retrieve for me the tools my trade for a manan with the Jaladin. Could it be? Yes, I feel the light return my eyes. Power, course, not in my finger I live. Guys, check this magic, what he does. As I live, the unspeakable in the endless must be die, begun full demon. Ay! So I ask, how do you feel, madam? As I began, as a magnificent moment, I travel beyond the void, I return as a life, embedding all the beautiful in this world. Could it be? Yes, you must hardly experience such a power. You are the one who coming was the foretold? Yes, you are the Chichian. In the flesh, madame, I am Jaladin, the crafter of the coiffures. So divine that Monfisa herself donned the budget, my claim to their beauty. But let us speak of you, madame. For who where a moment ago stood on a fashion challenge from, and now there is a stand. Beauty reborn. As you are the one that must time for reviving my soul, I might one again bestow my gift to a reimbursement of the beauty. A kindness and ancient to repay in full. Do not fear your own hairstyle become poses. Fear suspect, yeah, ultimate turn. Not fear shall not survive my wrath. Okay. Moon every advance, you shall be no such a trouble. For praying instantly, good taste when all others turn blind. I gladly place myself in your bed. I'm called. In your next time, you will find yourself plaguing out of the you need only ring the crystal bell that comforts any in room, which you have taken up longing. Jaladin shall has in the scene, shall live inspire life, but having no shall end. You shall travel to the realm beyond the return to us. A beauty reborn. I give you the token trust between us. Treasure for the key to the two, and the wonder ordinary woman shall never know. Master John, do come back. I've not made my exact appointment. Okay, that was the weirdest shit ever. So guys, before I let you go, do not forget to continue your support on everything that you have done. Everything that is been here, you guys having stuff like this. Oh, so we can have different color, different stuff with our hair. Anyway, so as being said, guys, we're gonna check the hair later, but for now we did that quest. We're gonna go in the front of our MSQ. Now we got everything. The most important point is until we unlock the dungeons, because I don't think so we unlocked them yet. We shall do some MSQ. But as being said, now this is the much time I've got for you guys. And like I said, let me put you guys in the front of the firework. So as being said, guys, this is the much time I've got. And like I said, like I've always said, I love you all. And I will always see you guys on the next one.